It says,
We gotta check everybody's stream to see who's where. I am. Hold on. Let's do this first. Cover everybody up for a second. I am. See.
you.
You're not.
See if the group isn't live.
Okay.
The group isn't live either.
Go. It is not. Where should we go?
As long as the group is live.
I can't tell if the group is right.
It's not. We're live.
Is the group?
Yeah, I'm on Facebook.
Okay. This one. Oh, yeah.
The group is live. Oh.
All right. We is ready to go. Ready?
Really quick.
Check YouTube. Hi.
So I don't know why I'm a little nervous about this one.
You nervous?
I am.
Why?
I don't know, but we'll go ahead.
You
and
nervous because you're not versed on it?
I don't know if that's it or if it's just because I want to know so much about it, and I know that it's kind of foreign. I know that people really don't talk about it too much.
Oh, because it's taboo.
Yeah.
Well, here we go. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to The Social Flex. I am one of your hosts and guides, Carlisa Turner, and I am here with
Sierra Tompkins, and today we will be talking hashtag BDSM and what it means to you. And if you really know anything about it, I feel like it's very interesting. I like to explore the world of it, but I do know one of the things that you have to have is trust. So we would like to welcome today's panel. If you would like to state I guess it would be your reference, which you reference yourself as, and anything else pertinent you think that we should know when it comes to this topic.
Cleo, if you want to introduce yourself.
I'm Goddess Cleopatra. I am from Baton Louisiana, and I have been a professional dominatrix for 3 years.
Okay, hey now.
Hey now.
Hi, Goddess. And thank you for having me. Thank you.
Miss Shannon.
Hi, Sam. Well, my name is Ace, and I've been in the BDSM lifestyle for like 15 years, I would say. Definitely not on the dominatrix side. Woo. Yeah, but that's sexy girl.
So so that's interesting because she's a dominatrix, and you said you're not on that side. So which side, if you don't mind stating, what side are you on?
So I guess I'd be classified more as submissive, but I do have a lot of, I guess you could say, alpha tendencies. So I'm more categorized as what we call the brat, meaning that we have to have certain types of punishments in order to be submissive. We're just not naturally submissive. So it's different categories of like different submissives and what purpose they serve in the relationship or the dynamic, if you'll call it. Whereas a dominatrix more so thrives in her like feminine, that's strong femininity. You know what I mean? Like she's more of a dominant person in the dynamic. Right. I also like I consider myself a switch because I'm not dominating in my personal life. I'm a professional dominator. got the opposite. I'm very good on like my personal life. In my personal life. Yeah. So I'm the opposite. So I'm the alpha in my dominant life. My personal life, I'm very dominant. So I don't like to do it. I can't like it. Right.
Okay.
I'm kind of still. Yeah, it's like click, 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 click. So that did explain it. But for those of us who are not really in that world, can you? That did explain it.
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
No, you good. Can you explain like what a dominatrix is per se? Like, can you go through the whole spiel of what that person actually is and does and how they handle their relationship?
Right. Okay. So with BDSM, a domination would be in the BDSM alphabet is more so the dominant, the female dominant in a power exchange relationship. And there's a lot of different kind of norms. A lot of us specialize in different things. My specialties are impact play, FinDom, which is financial domination, and black female supremacy. So I'm more of like as far as my aesthetic goes, I like to play with a lot of different things. Sometimes I like satins and silks, and sometimes I like leather, fishnets, and like the whole gothic. I like to play with my aesthetic. So basically, a professional dominatrix, you pay in a power exchange relationship. I offer about 20 to 25 different kinks that you can book by the hour, which include like impact play, feminization, foot worship, face sitting, things like that. And the submissive pays me for the time. And online, they pay what is considered tribute to be able to come to me. But it's actually a power exchange relationship between the dominant and the submissive. I don't discriminate as far as like male, female, trans, submissive, anybody can get it. As long as you got the coin and are willing to serve and be respectful of my policies and my time, you can make it work. So yeah.
So to chime in on that, this doesn't necessarily have to be sex based. When we
No, I do consider it sex work. I come from a sex work background. I started dancing at 19. I started doing webcam modeling around 22, 23. And then as time was going on, I had slowly transitioned into being a professional domination. So I do consider it sex work because it is based off of people's sexual attraction to me or what it is that I provide. People get off to this, so I do consider it sex work, but I do not have sex with my submissives.
Okay. Just for those who are tapping in, and I think this topic is really important because this topic is a different role than what we really talk about outside. Like you being dominant in this role is not like you being dominant in the outside world. Because there's a lot of masculine femininity talk in the outside world, but in this world, it's actually a thing.
Right.
So,
So as far as like the outside world, I'm a businesswoman, so like, and I do work, like I have a dominant personality, and I do like, I hate the girl boss term, but I guess like, girl boss, I do a lot of entrepreneurial work, so I do have dominant roles in my personal life, but when it comes to like my relationships and like sexual relationships, people that I deal with, dating and things like that, I prefer for the man to be the dominant party. But as far as like just my life in general, I just like the right things, But that's why it was so easy for me to be a professional dominatrix because it was like not only do I enjoy this, like from a business standpoint, like it's me running a business and I get to do everything my own way. So I like to be submissive in my part, like to be submissive with my man, but pretty much every other aspect of my life I like to run things.
So for the audience, would one of you ladies just like to break down the meaning of BDSM and what each acronym stands for and what it actually means? Because I know there's a lot of people that like this is kind of taboo for. They don't even know what it is or that it exists or either.
Oh, you can get it back over to me. Well, the acronym can have several different, I guess, meanings. So earlier, the power exchange was mentioned by Goddess Cleopatra. So you have your dominant and submissive relationships, but some people will also consider them to be like, oh, well, that means like the SM, slave master, or whatever. It's just how you identify your dynamic specifically. The SM could also be for sadists and masochists. You got the B, some people consider it to be a part of the B for bondage. Help me out there, Patrick. B for,
So the way that it was taught to me is bondage, dominance and submission.
that's it,
Well,
dominant.
so like the DS and the M, we kind of like simplify bondage and discipline and sadomasochism, or like bondage, discipline, sadomasochism. So like yeah, it can be very different things, but we'll just say like bondage, discipline, and sadomasochism. And like sadism is where you enjoy inflicting the pain and having the power, and masochism is when you prefer to be on the receiving end of the.
Okay.
But I think what I do want to say though to a lot of people is that, in all honesty, regardless of how you identify the acronym, it's more so about providing a safe space for you to explore certain things that bring you pleasure. As you were mentioning earlier, it doesn't necessarily have to be sex. It doesn't have to be physical. It could be financial, as she was just mentioning with Femdom. So it's just creating a space with a partner that you trust, like someone mentioned earlier, that you can actually explore different types of things and see how those things, I guess you would say, play out in the dynamic or how you feel about those certain things. Each one gives you a different sensation. Each one can possibly give you, you know, just different feelings. It can be physical, it can be more emotional, it can be mental, it can be, different types of stimulations, different types of gratification. So regardless of how so a lot of people get caught up in the title and they assume it's like a gag in your mouth and all this other stuff. It's not like that. If you honestly research, you'll see that there are hundreds of books. And not all of them are always physical, not all of them will pain, not all of them, it's all about just exploring different things that you might enjoy, that might bring you some type of gratification. So a lot of people, I guess the myth behind.
Uh-oh. Somebody is gone. Hold on. Give me a second. Everybody back. What happened to Ace? Ace dropped off of there.
Yeah, she did. She dropped off.
Dropped off. We got her back though. I got her back.
Yeah, I'm back. I don't know what just happened.
I was like, wait, hold.
But all in all, I don't want people to think of the myth of like, just being someone dressed up in all leather, whipping the crap out of someone else, who they're gagging their mouth. That's not always what it's about. It honestly is about exploring what pleases you. What are the sexual desires that you have, or it might not be sexual, what are the desires that you have that have not been unlocked? Because, like you mentioned earlier, they could have been taboo. So now you're in a safe space where you can really dive into what brings you pleasure. And it's kind of like food. You don't know if you like it until you try it. So if you honestly did the research and looked into what the different types of kicks are, and maybe you have a partner that you trust, and you say, you know what, I want to try this and see if I like this. A lot of people have found a lot of things that they really enjoy. And honestly, a lot of people in basic, everyday sex have a lot of kink play and they just don't realize it. They haven't identified it as such. Because a lot of people do have, you say, oh, I like to be choked. Yeah, that's a part of kink play. Or you say, oh, I like it when someone licks my toes. Yeah, foot fetish. So, there's a lot of kinks that a lot of people participate in day to day with their partners and don't even realize it is a part of the BDSM lifestyle.
I'm just taking all this in. So to like people out there who may want to bring it up to maybe their spouse or significant other, or if they just want to tap into it, what do you think is a good way for them to kind of explore that without feeling like a certain type of way?
So, what I was saying about that, because a lot of my clients are men who, a lot of the times they'll lie, either they know about it and they can't provide them what they're looking for, so that's why they're seeking out someone like me. Or either they have no idea, like it's like no one knows about it except for me. If a person would like to be open with their spouse about that, I think that the best way to go about it really is to just be honest about what it is that you're into or what you might be interested in exploring. But you do have to be mindful that everybody doesn't have to accept that though. You know, like if you are into a certain kink and you're in a relationship with someone, they don't know, you know, that you were even remotely interested in anything like this at all. Which I personally feel like it's hard to be in a relationship with somebody for X amount of time without you picking up on the side that they might be into certain things, or if it's just something that they might have stumbled across that's completely new. I feel like the best way to express that would be to just be honest about it, because I have been in relationships where I felt stifled and I felt like I could not be myself 100%. I didn't feel like in my last relationship I could be like, you know what, babe, I think I want to get out there. Because then we have to unravel all these different layers about why I'm doing this, what that looks like, knowing something different. So I think everyone should just be honest about what it is and be open to whatever response that you may receive, because you might be into something or interested in something and your partner will not be, and then now it's up to y'all to find out what y'all do.
And I say I wholeheartedly agree with that. Every relationship should have that open and honest communication anyway. So hopefully it shouldn't be any different if you ask your partner, hey, you want to, try having sex in the car. Like, it's no different than, you have where you want to introduce something new. It's just like, hey, babe, I heard this podcast and they were talking about, some kinky stuff. You don't even have to say, because again, the title, BDSM, you call it the title, automatic assumptions of crazy stuff. Like, okay, so even if you just said, hey, I want to incorporate some new kinks in our bedroom activity. And maybe, again, research is important. So I think looking up different types of kinks and stuff, or different things you can do to, enhance what you guys currently got going on. Taking a trip to a store and looking at the different toys and different things that they have that you can incorporate into your, whatever you guys already do, your activities. And then the discussion, like what was mentioned, the discussion is so key. Trying to come up and be honest. Oh, I think I like this. I think I want to try this. And again, being receptive to your partner, being compassionate about your partner's needs as well as your own. And, maybe coming up with some things that, because it could be intimidating, so maybe slow walking it into some things, just trying this and that, a little bit here, a little bit there. And, seeing where it goes from there. But I think you have to get over the concept of it being taboo. Again, it's what keeps the shoe. If I'm your partner, I want you to be pleasure.
I'm about to say that is. Tell me the truth now.
I want you to be like, oh, that's my baby. So, looking at stuff like this is just, how can I please you more? Is there something I'm missing that I can be doing for you so that you ain't got to worry about looking nowhere else? It really isn't a taboo type of thing, and I wish we kind of moved past it. I was hoping 50 Shades of Grey, even though that's kind of on the middle side, but I was hoping 50 Shades of Grey would kind of open that door. People kind of see more about BDSM and the lifestyle, because it really is about what pleases you. That's what it honestly boils down to. What will, get you there.
Even then, I still feel like 50 Shades of Grey was kind of one-sided, though. I feel like that only showed, one avenue of what, because if listening to them, BDSM is a very broad thing, and I think 50 Shades of Grey showed more of the pain as pleasure side Unless I missed something. Unless I missed something, I gotta go back and rewatch the whole goddamn trilogy.
No.
But I think that it only showed one.
Right.
Yeah.
Promotes a lot of, conversation and interest. Because when I tell people what they really have no idea what it is, they would either reference 50 Shades of Grey or like the quickest way for people to get people to, like, even associate with anything like 50 Shades of Grey. It's like, even though 50 Shades of Grey showed, like, Christian Grey was a dom. Like, dom. I feel like he's a little narcissist a little bit, but that's it. That's the movie. But as far as in a relationship, yeah, it was definitely a dominant relationship. And I do specialize in a lot of like painful touches. Like I love getting that way. Like it's nothing that I love more than beating somebody's ass, particularly at my bill. So it's like
I ain't never mad at her.
And for us and people like, like us that are in the lifestyle and in the field of work to show the race.
So you mentioned, which you just mentioned. Now, is there like words that you use or anything that you do to like words like, oh, it's too much or it's just enough or it's a little too
A
light?
safe word?
I mean,
A safe word.
Especially like with submissives and in-person sessions for sure, we definitely have conversations about saying safe words and aftercare. Especially since a lot of my specialties are very intense and I book about an hour. So of course we have safe words because if you put something like impact play and I've been talking you for the last 45 minutes, like you can't take no more. We have a safe word. Stop. I'm stop. Consent is really big here. You do not engage in anything that no one consents to me or the submissive. If it's not okay with you, if you can have enough, we can stop at any given moment. And that's my responsibility as the dominant to ensure that there is a safe space for them. It's not for me to just completely take advantage of my position in the situation and take advantage of the person that I'm with. This is a completely consensual situation with all of us. So consent is important. Safe words are very important. The safe word, I let the submissive pick their own safe word. Most of the time they either like pick something random. It's most of the time just something random that they see through like television or like, I have one submissive whose safe word was more. And that was interesting. Yeah, his safe word was more. Right. So that's one. And also aftercare. Some of them want to code, I provide like bottled water, we can lay down and just have small talk after, we don't have to say nothing. You can just get on if that's what you want to do. But I always have the conversation of consent, safe work, and aftercare because that's really important. Because at the end of the day, we still provide a safe space for each other.
And then you can incorporate other things like we would incorporate a stop light system. So, for example, with my domain, she was like, okay, well, like we were doing impact play, like what we're talking about. So impact play is, as the term means, like something is impacting you, like your skin, like, you might be getting stained, but there's several different types of things that can be used, and each one has a different sensation. You have things that are kind of sticky, so like hurts more, things like that. So if the impact is getting too hard, she'll ask me what color I'm at. So if I say green, okay, we're good to go. If I'm a yellow, all right, so I'm a red, because and of course you got your safe word as well, meaning just come all together. So yeah, a lot of things are in place. That's why I said earlier, it really does create, it's supposed to. If you're with the right partner that cares about you and your safety, it's supposed to honestly create a safe space to try these things and to participate in these kink activities. Because your safety has to be first and foremost. Your care, the aftercare that was mentioned, meaning I'm not just gonna do what I do and let you be unless it's what you want, but feel better. So, I mean, all of those things, they show care and concern. So physically, how you feel mentally, how you feel emotionally. So all those things are important.
I noticed
And
it.
it's typically the dominant partner shows that care for you. That's the importance of that dominant partner. They're showing care for you as a submissive. Yeah, I just took your body to a high.
Right.
Yeah. Now I noticed that you guys used impact play. Are there any other different types of play that could be just like considered when doing BDSM?
Yeah, definitely. I offer, I really do love prices, but I offer quite a few things, actually. I will offer impact play, tease and denial, cocktail law, torture, um, face sitting, water sports. It's a variety of different things that I personally provide. But different people are into different things. So I do bondage, jerk off instruction, verbal humiliation. I used to do pegging. I don't really offer pegging anymore. We can talk about that later if y'all want to, but pen play.
And that's a whole other podcast.
Food worship is a fun one too. Very relaxing. Because a lot of the things that I offer, I feel like I'm more of a sensual sadist. I can verbally humiliate, and I do specialize in impact play. I do enjoy those. Those are fun for me. But my favorite kind of submissives are houseboys and like just the police like footwork, chill. Because it's pretty much me getting a foot massage the entire time. Like through the whole session, like getting a foot massage. Goddess worship, which is like full body massage. I really personally enjoy the sessions that are all about pampering and pleasing me because like I'm like a princess kind of dog. Like I can be stern and I don't mind that, but my favorite things are the ones that involve pampering and that's why I decided to and things like that. So yeah, it's a lot of different ones around. It's so large. Like even the ones I named, that's just a small.
Yeah, that's a small portion. Because you got, like you mentioned, you got knife play, where some people do actually, do things with knives, bloodletting. You got electric heel play. I always pronounce that wrong. Where they actually have the electric wands in their hand and provide a little sensation to your body. Needle play, wax play, rope play. Because I'm a rope bunny as well. So you have there's a ton of things. That's why I say like research is important, very important. To kind of take a look. They have this is out there. Google it, say different types of BDSM kink play. There's things out there for pretty much everything.
Now, are you?
Now there are some people now actual research. I'm sorry, I mean.
No, you're good.
Research lists things that are offensive. So some of those do exist, because like you said, this is for everybody. So it's kind of like anything that anybody would like isn't part of this lifestyle. So you will run across things like race play and stuff like that, where you're just like, who would do that? But yeah, there are some people who like it. And I'm actually acting like slaves. Yeah.
So when if you don't mind elaborating again, when you say there are some things that are offensive, what could?
It's like she just said rape play. And there are people who are in the rape play.
Well, I mean, like, somebody that's not even in the world, is there anything that they could do or say that would be offensive to somebody who's actually in that world?
Yeah, like if you're in the lifestyle, you kind of know these things, so it's just like if that's your cup of tea, it's just not mine. And like there's no judgment.
Right. We all have hard things. I don't play. I engage in race.
Right.
But I don't do race play.
Right.
In any capacity, I don't do consensual non-consent. I do not do animals, children, blood, or sex. Those are my hard things. Anything else is negotiable. But those are my hard things. And so, how I feel about food is completely irrelevant, but yeah, this is the same thing for everybody. So it's like those are not my things, and I just make that clear. But everybody has hard limits, I'm not into scam play. Scam play is real popular.
Uh-oh.
We
We
lost her.
lost her. Hold on, we gotta get her back. That's just boot. Oh no, she's gone.
Yeah,
Oh, there she
there
is.
you go. Oh.
Jesus. Hold on, girl. Hold on, we got you. You're back.
Yeah, so like translate is one of my hard limits, and like the girl we paid a lot of money for it. I personally is not it. You know what I'm saying? I just and what I love about this lifestyle and what I love about the profession is that you don't have to do anything that you don't want to do. So it's like there are things like I don't offer payment anymore, but I can give you like 5 average jobs that will, really that can get out with me now. So it's all about just being yourself and doing what you want to do. But as far as someone who's not in the lifestyle saying something offensive, I think it's establishing more so be along the lines of like people in general are ignorant. Not to say that like, in whatever way, but ignorant, people just they don't know. So when like in my personal life and like in my day-to-day life, I have to be mindful, especially when meeting men, because I'm single. So when I'm meeting men, I have to be mindful of how I even introduce things. Because if you're not already following me on social media, like you can be at the gas station or the club, you have no idea that I'm using it. So I have to be mindful of how I even bring this to the table because you have no idea the kind of backlash that I would be met with. And sometimes it's conversations that I don't want to have. So it'll be months that I've been dating men and he has no idea that I do this. And that's because I don't want people to automatically stereotype me and try to put me in a box because this is one portion of my life. Yes, I'm a professional actress, but I do a whole bunch of other things too. Like I sing, I do makeup, I'm a food critic, like I do all kinds of stuff. Like the possibilities are endless. But once I tell a man that I do this is all that they see. So that to me is offensive. Like when I'm meeting people, or like when someone meets me, or like they find out about it, or one of my friends told them that I do this. Now it's all they want to talk about. It's all they see.
That becomes your identity.
I just think people need to like be respectful of the fact that even though we are in this lifetime, this is not all that we are or all that we have to offer. That has been my experience with like being opinion from people that are not in the lifestyle, but I don't like slurs or anything like that. I haven't experienced anything like that to say that like there's something that you can't call us or anything, but nah, it's just it just becomes obsessive.
The judgment.
Yeah. Well, I wanted to, because when I was like looking up relationship types, this was one of the relationship types, and I knew about it, but I didn't know about it, if that makes sense.
Like it exists.
Yeah,
But you don't
no,
know
the
ins and outs.
Like, and what you just said, like, if I was a person to like meet you off kilter and like not know you, and you were like, oh well, I do da 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 da, I would probably be one of those people to be like, oh, that's interesting. Can you tell me more? Yeah. So again, but that, like you said, that's a little offensive to you because it's not something that you want to talk about all the time.
You have to pay her tribute.
Yeah, I'm at that pay her tribute.
You
Yeah.
have to pay that. You have to pay for that conversation. You want to talk to me? Pay tribute, baby.
Particularly when I
bunch of questions that I don't really have to ask anymore now. But I just want to talk about it. But it's not like offensive in that way, because it's just people don't really respect your time. They just want to know. And it's like I get that people want to know. But it's like how we sit here and have an intentional conversation about it. And I can't just tell you, know what I'm saying? No, it's more questions and more questions and more questions. But we're sitting here having an intentional conversation about it. I'm here to answer these questions. I'm not at work with my friend and trying to keep it.
And I respect that because you had time to mentally prepare and to put yourself in a mind space to deal with that. If someone's just, bombarding you or ambushing you with the interrogation, I can understand how that could be. It happens. I mean, it may not be as deep as yours. It happens to us too. We can't go nowhere now that we done this damn podcast. And when we go, you do the podcast? Well, I was wondering.
I'd be like, nah, I don't even know. So,
Right. So we have a question. The question is, how do you protect yourself? Was the first part of the question. And the second part of the question was, how do you reassure your safety?
So, me personally, in a professional realm, I don't do nothing without security. I have armed security with me at every single session.
Yes, I accept.
I have armed security with me at every single in-person session. I am never, ever alone. And I bet the submissives have to fill out, I have a job form, the submissives have to fill out, maybe the application fee, and have to send me a picture of your photo ID, the name on the ID, and the name on the application page. And then after that, we do like a POV agree on Zoom, and we meet, and I make sure that everything checks out. I have a background after that I pay for. The background checks, if you have any sexual or violent offenses, you cannot look for me, and your deposit is forfeited. So,
okay.
I pretty much, I do background checks, and I take IDs. I have a file with every submissive that I've ever been to. I have a state ID. I have their name, and most of the time I tell them they can, cover their address, but a lot of times they don't. So, I have IDs, I have paperwork, I have files on each person that I meet with, and then, we do video verification and background check on them, and then when we actually get to the session, I always have more security with me, and they never get the room number, security walks them up and out. We don't have any, judges open for practice here and there.
Uh-oh. Damn, we're alive.
So,
But I have security that comes with me.
She's
and
gone.
they escort the business, in and out of the room. So I'm never by myself. And when the session is over, I don't just linger and hang out in the hotel room. When the session is over, it's just up and on.
What is she? Okay.
Well, we can.
okay. So I guess one of my questions was I was just talking to someone in general about it, and I was like, well, we're having a show on BDSM, and that person was kind of in the lifestyle, so they were like, that's not what we call it. And I'm like, well, what do y'all call it? Because I don't want to be offensive, but they never got back to me as to what it's called. So is there a special terminology for it that it should be called?
When you say it,
BDSM. Like, is there another term for BDSM other than just saying BDSM? Because they made it seem like we was dumb as hell.
Yeah, that ain't it. Like, wait, what? I was confused.
How we supposed to know? Bro, we play the lifestyle game. Man, we can be talking about anything. That's how many different things I call the lifestyle, and you ain't in the life, you wouldn't know.
Well, you know, like I said earlier, BDSM has had so many negative stigmas about it. So I guess a lot of people have chosen to refer to it as kink, but kink really is talking about the actions, the activities. Whatever you guys enjoy during that play session refers to kink that you're incorporating. Now, BDSM is the entire lifestyle in itself, so you're not wrong for saying that at all. You're talking about the full lifestyle, the full gamut of it. Because in that you have your relationships, like kink play, you don't have to have a relationship. I could just link with somebody like a friend with benefits. I just want to do some wax play tonight. You know, that's just the activity, is the kink. But BDSM lifestyle, in the bigger, broader spectrum of it, is incorporating who I am as a submissive, who I am as a dominant, whether we're 24/7 or we're just during play sessions. What is our power exchange? What, did we, like what was mentioned earlier, did we have a contract signed together? Do you understand what I like to do? So that refers to a bigger, I guess, perspective of what it really incorporates. But just saying kink is like, that's just the activity. Like, if you're kinky, you're kinky. If you're in a kink lifestyle, cool, you're just going to do kink activities. But you might not fall into a dominant, submissive role. You might not fall into any of that. You might just be like, I just like kink play.
Question.
Yeah, so I would say kink, because that incorporates everything you do in BDSM.
So the next question is, how do you help a first timer discover his or her kink if the individual does not know what they want or per se like?
So I do this a lot. I get a lot of people who have no idea what they want. So I should ask questions. That's pretty much the purpose of the application. I have a submissive application to fill out, which is about 10 questions, pretty much asking who you are, what you're into. I also advise for anyone in general, if you just want to know what you may be into, take the BDSM checks and ask you a series of questions. It's a little long. It can take about 15 minutes to take, but it asks you a variety of questions and you answer them based on what spectrum you think you might be, based off the question that it asks pertaining to the kink, and then it gives you an itemized list of your percentages, and then things that you score the highest, and then you might want to start looking into those. It's like, okay, this is what I'm into. Now I have a name for it, so I go research it. So when people approach me, I have to fill out the application. If they have absolutely no clue, I would suggest the BDSM test, or I do offer info sessions where people have no idea what is going on. Like, they don't know anything about it, but they're interested in it, whether it's with the purpose of booking a session, becoming a dominatrix, or being a submissive. Whatever the case is, I offer info sessions for $50 for 30 minutes. You can ask me whatever you want to ask me, and we can deep dive into whatever you might want to deep dive into. Just to give you an idea, because I didn't know when I first started getting my feet wet, because I was a webcam model, and so I had no idea. I was first introduced to this lifestyle. Like, I had heard campaign 50 Shades of Grey, but I was first really introduced to this lifestyle from webcam modeling, because I was seeing the girls advertise for something called FinDom, financial domination. The word financial piques my interest, of course, because I like money. I like
Definitely an eyebrow raiser.
stuff like that. That's
Right.
right up my alley. So when I saw something that said financial domination, I'm like, what is that? What's that? So then I got to look into that, and I'm like, what do you tell me you girls should be paid for assistance?
Oh, everybody down. What the hell?
Head down.
God.
I'm sending questions, goddamn. Sending more questions.
Yeah, keep them coming.
Everybody.
Keep them coming. Keep them coming.
Hold on, what's that? Show.
Like,
Wait a minute, we had lost y'all. Hold on a second, I'm getting y'all back. Hold on. Damn, everybody went down. Great, googly moogly. Oh no. Close. Let me open it back.
So,
Wow.
so, this is it. Like I said, I don't want to be one of those people that's like, ooh, what's this, what's that?
Hold up. Wait. What the fudge? What the fire and brimstone happened here?
Uh-oh.
The devil is a lie.
It is.
Come on. First of all, okay, whatever. Bring this back. Thank you. Load, damn it. No, we're still there. Okay. Settings. There we go.
We're having a little bit of technical difficulties.
Give me a second.
We're going to get it together.
Hold on. All right, wait. I think I got everybody back.
All right. Sorry about that.
My bad. Y'all done switch places. Trading places. How the hell
So,
did that happen?
I was just stating, like, the reason why I kind of also wanted to do the podcast on this is because it is something that is it's very interesting, but it's also it has its talking points, and I feel like a lot of people are uneducated, and sometimes when we're uneducated, we assume certain things about certain lifestyles. So my thing is always taking the assumption away from someone's heart. Like if you have a question, especially on this platform, ask about it and hopefully you get a little bit of clarity. So, and again, it's something that I'm interested in. I like knowing about it and reading about it, and I don't want to ever feel like I'm, a certain type of way because I'm interested in this type of stuff when it comes to, and like you said, it doesn't necessarily have to be sexual. Like you could get a kick out of it without it being sexual. So, like that was something that I really wanted to touch on because a lot of people don't understand. Like, no, like this doesn't really. There's sexual intent, but it doesn't mean like you're actually having sex.
It doesn't involve intercourse.
Right, it doesn't involve
involve intercourse. Just ways to be sexual without having sexual intercourse.
Yeah. We have a question. Have you ever had more than one client at once, like couples or?
I have had inquiries, but no, never.
Oh, okay.
I would be open to it if they were like, it's never, I would never like two sons at the same time. Well, I'm not gonna worry. Given the right situation, I could do more than one love at a time, but I have had inquiries about couples. I would love to dominate a couple, but
I know that's right.
And I think you had mentioned the BDSM test. I actually did post that in our group just for.
I started it and didn't finish.
I did. It was long. That motherfucker was
My
long.
attention span.
That motherfucker was long.
That's what I was like. I want
Yeah,
the right
I want the
answers.
long one.
But my life does not allow for me to be focused in one direction for too long. Did you finish it?
Hold on.
Dang, see, I needed to know that.
Hold on, it was too
Now I
long.
gotta take it. I'll post my results later.
Right, that's how I feel like I'll post my results later. It was just, I got a little bit of ADHD. It was just too long for me, but
Ace, what type of kink are you into? If you don't mind me asking.
I don't mind. There's a lot. There's too many lists. But like I said, the electric play, I think I always pronounce it wrong. That was pretty fun. Primal play is a big one for me. I do love primal play. I'm very primal. I guess those are the main basic things to start off with, because I know a lot of them are just like, people are like, what is she talking about? That's why I say like research is very important. I think having an open mind and digging into it and really looking at the different types of kink that exist, and then approaching it from a mindset of I'm trying to explore who I am sexually. If I was a fully sexually liberated person, what would that consist of? What type of kinks would I want to try?
So I do have a question. What is masochist? What is that?
I think that's when you like to
I'm
be,
someone that
enjoys the pain, and not the person that gives it. Sadist is the person that gives it. I think I'm in a sadism. Not masochism. But then again, I don't know. It's going to depend on who the person is.
I don't know which one I would be.
That's when you like to give pain.
Okay.
When you like to inflict pain. I do fancy the more torturous. Not necessarily that bad, but I enjoy being the person in control at times. But on the flip side, given whoever the other different parties, you know what I'm saying, I don't mind being on the other end.
So that she just brought up a question that I had. Is there a possibility that can happen in a session where the dom becomes the submissive and the submissive becomes the dom? Okay.
Shut up, I knew clearly we were like, not over here. Not over here. You knew what you were signing up for when you came, baby.
that goes back to that having that discussion that we talked about last year. My being into that, my partner,
Absolutely not.
if my partner, they want me to like switch it up and validate them, we can do that.
In her private life, yes. In her professional life, hell no. That's my world.
You ain't getting your look back. So you would not get that look back.
Because you do have a lot of people who enjoy switching. So we'll be like, okay, well, they might have a certain signal or something, and that'll be kind of their moment where they want you to switch and become a dominant. So I've met several switches who enjoy exchange of dynamic in the middle of the session.
Now that is very interesting. Like
That would be
I'm
a
so
switch
mad.
of
I'm
the-
interested
That's
now.
enough of that.
Yeah.
My turn.
Revenge.
now I'm gonna
It's a little exciting, like, I want you to dominate,
So, are there any is there any type of literature or anything like that if someone were looking to explore this a little more,
Google.
Other than Google?
Let's go Google it for me.
Google takes you down a real deep rabbit hole. I've done it all week. I've been Googling it all week. It takes you down a rabbit hole that I don't want to be a part of. So is there any, other than Google, is there any type of literature or anything you would suggest one read to get a little bit more information on it?
everything I know is from the internet and practice. I would say try to connect with people, other people. That's been my way of learning. I don't have any books to share or anything like that. Maybe Ace does, but everything that I know has come from researching on the internet, building connections with other people, and practicing.
We have another.
I've read a few books on I think on Amazon, virtual books or whatever. So I've seen a few on there that I've read, but like what was just mentioned, the internet's your best friend. I have several pink chapters. That's only because, like I said, I've been lifestyle for a minute. I attend lifestyle events, like BDSM events and stuff like that. I'm partial, I'm pretty biased. I do attend a lot of Black kink events that are specific to Black people who are in BDSM. So those type of things are out there.
You have to give me tickets for this
Yeah,
event.
yeah,
I go see
sure.
this.
Networking with people, and like I've attended a few parties where I get to meet new people and we hold these type of discussions. And we have what's called, so in the BDSM or kink world, we have what's called lunches. And lunches are where a lot of us who are in the lifestyle will meet up at like a restaurant or something, and we'll like it'll be an intentional discussion about whatever you want to talk about. It's a way to network and meet other people who might be in your area that are into the same stuff. That's pretty cool.
That's dope.
Yeah, that is dope. I'll look into that. I'm probably going to go home and finish the BDSM test since, yeah. Like I said, I'm interested, so I think I might go ahead and do that. We're just about at an hour, so we do like to do a closeout. If any of you ladies have anything coming up or anything you would like for our audience to know about, we definitely like to hear from you. So we'll start with Miss Ace. If you have anything that you would like to disclose to us at this time, or even anything about the topic that you want to leave as a key point.
Don't have any events or anything because no. But key point, I will say again, if you're going to explore, research, just have an open mind. This space is designed to be non-judgmental and safe for people who have kind of explored their sexual desires and stuff like that. So you want to make that your intent as you're looking into these things, even as you take your test. You're like, what kind of question is that? Like, there's somebody out there that likes it, and if that's their cup of tea, that's their cup of tea. But to definitely be open. If you can incorporate your partner, please do. It can be an amazing journey for the two of you. Dismiss all myths and taboos you have prior to really doing your research because you want to have an open mind. So it's very, very important to understand that what you think you know about it, 9 times out of 10 isn't what it really is. Because again, like Cleopatra just mentioned, she does everything to make sure security is there. She does everything to make sure the people she's involved with are safe. It is a very, very safe practice. If you're dealing with the right kind of person who knows what they're doing. I will say that you have a lot of fake people out there. So, for example, you have people who try to be doms because you have mentors sometimes. So if they're like fake dom and they're trying to mentor you, some people will try, and even fake fem dom, they'll try to like make money out of you and not really. So just be mindful. We call it vetting. Try to vet people that you're thinking about coming, entangled with. Meaning, yes, if it requires a background check, do a background check. We have a lot of us are on this database called FetLife. So if you're ever on that database, I kind of look at people's comments and stuff that people say about them and what type of stuff they're into. So we do a lot of research on each other. We don't just jump into something with somebody we barely know. It's very safe practice. Communication is key. Honesty, openness, trust, all of that stuff is very important. Caring about that person is very important. So again, try not to be judgmental and be respectful of, other people's preferences. And that's really it.
Miss Goddess.
So I'm Goddess Cleopatra. Y'all can follow me. I'm Goddess X Cleo _ on Instagram. Goddess X Cleo on Twitter as well. X now. And pretty much Goddess Cleopatra on everything. I am also on FetLife with Goddess Cleopatra. And I'm in the Baton Rouge, New Orleans area. I go back and forth. I'm open for events, parties, panels, discussions, info sessions, sessions, just anything I'm open for booking. And I've been in this lifestyle for about 3 years. And I just, safety and just thing, I will always preach safety, and just staying always the most important things to make sure you have trust. If this is something that you are interested in, because the things, depending on what you're into, things can get pretty intense. So, like this is with the impact plays, like if you bruise easily or like, if that's not the safest thing for you to do, like, make sure that, you're honoring that. Now, if you're interested in being a dom, make sure that you honor the submissive needs as well as your own. Make sure you pick up on red flags. Anybody who has a problem conducting a background check or having security with you, that is a red flag. They have a problem with it, so please put in we are practicing safely, and educate yourself as much as you can. Take the BDSM test to find out what you might learn some things about yourself you never even knew. So, it can just open you up. This is therapeutic for me, not even just on like a sexual level, but it's just nice just as a black woman to be able to just take our power and be able to just, express this, in that way. So it's deeper for me than just, whooping ass and taking money, like I did. So, that's me. And thank y'all for having me. I just want to say that I've enjoyed the conversation. The ladies have been wonderful. All three of y'all. This was a wonderful experience. So I really enjoyed talking to y'all.
Well, thank you. We thank both of you very, very much.
Woo.
Thank y'all.
As for me, as you all know, that my son and I published a journal that is for children, but adults can use it too if they find it something necessary that can be beneficial to them in their mental health, called My Voice. You can buy it on Amazon, or you can reach out to me directly and I can get it to you. I am in a upcoming film called Spinderella, produced and directed by my good friend Pooter Boyd. The Social Flex has some events coming up. We have our next episode of the etiquette series next Tuesday. We will be doing bar etiquette with the Genuine Pub. That's going to air at 5 p.m. as opposed to 8 p.m. like normal things do, so it'll be a little earlier in the day if everyone wants to tap into that. And then our live event, #love, will be on October 27th at Valley Banquet Hall and Social Club, which was formerly Club 24. So the same location we had it at last time when we did Let's Talk About Sex. So hopefully everyone could come out and support us for that. So that's off the top of my head, everything I think I personally have to share. Oh, shit.
Yeah, that's why I just started looking everything up. So I don't think I have anything really personal coming up. I just wrapped up for a 48-hour film fest thing, and those will be showing I believe the 16th and 17th at the Oaks Theater. She mentioned bar etiquette, which is October 17th, next Tuesday at 5. That following Monday, the 23rd, we will be your guest bartenders for Motivational Mondays at Nobleman Cigar Bar. So come check us out. Tips are welcome.
Tips are much appreciated. Thank you.
Much appreciated. Our show is actually the day after, and I can't remember what our next show is. For the life of me, is it Polly?
Oh no, I can tell you that right now. Give me 2 seconds. Hold on.
Yeah. Our next show would be that following Tuesday.
Monogamy.
Monogamy would be the 24th.
24th.
The following week, what do we have?
Nothing.
The following week we're free, and then
We're going to polyamory.
polyamory,
On
and
November
then on November 7th. So we were pretty busy. Again, I definitely would like to thank our beautiful panelists for joining into the
Thanks,
show.
ladies.
And if there's nothing else that I state that I want everybody to grasp, is to be blessed in the blessing. You never know who you could touch through your story. So we just want to make sure that we're spreading love and growth out there. So